Hello, this is Superanimeturbo Steven Johnson here, and we're going to take our review of Triage X Vol.11 by Yen Press. Have this one in the front, the side, and even in the back. In the back it says, Makoto, that is, Makoto Hana knew that going undercover at Maso's private high school were carried some risk, but her support rose quickly put her on the front lines of an all-out battle with Surge. With the revelations that the school Shining Stars Redcall is putting the Surge at the Symmetras, the pieces begin to fall into place, and the completion picture looks daring for Black Label. Now this is kind of nice. I really kind of like her with this huge thing in the PC. I want to get the PC one, but not just yet. But we're doing this review anyway. So this one's very nice. This one has a nice poster. Let's get this poster out. Just a very nice poster indeed. Now let's dig in. Looks like the child's professor is going outside and trying to figure out what's the problem with the students, and they said no for all this. Reading all this crap for all this time. Then she went to bed, had this huge plan to get to his plan for the full tonight, and Shield said to stay on alert for the whole entire time. Wait a minute. What's with the black Mercedes? There's a nice car, and the D. That's right, the D. The one with the skull, and the other big guy is the Mr. Arturos. After they have a discussion with her, have this huge meeting of a plan. So their plan is to capture the doctor who works with the labeled, and she says she's going to have a change of plans. Meanwhile, Moto was sleeping, and she looks outside, there was nothing, then a moke bottle landed on her apartment, or the dormitory. Then she woke up and says, we got to get out of here and fast, and this says, nah. Let me see. It says, nah, please hurry up. Then they rush down there, and then these guys with the mask on are going to kill these two, and going to kill Makoto as a wild hunt. Here, use this knife stick. And she got this knife stick, and she is going to swing her in her face and like that, which is one of my favorite parts I love. And who's this girl with a strange mask? I don't know. Meanwhile, at the hospital, you heard her coughing. Then they was just talking about this, they were on their way to hatch their plans to destroy and hunt down Makoto. The Black Label was discovered that they're going to hunt down, those stars are going to hunt down Makoto. The old man was looking at it, and he says, we got to save Makoto before the Submerged are going to kill her. And then after that, he gets up and falls down, and his blood's coming out because he was getting old and he's about to die. With all this. Then meanwhile, they were at the woods, and they looked, and they says maybe, and look at all this. It's kind of like the chaos, which just reminds me of the Purge movie. Yeah, you know about the Purge. Yeah, you know. Then they just go down to the forest, and she opened up with that battle van. That's right, with this van with the camouflage van. Inside of this van, there's a lot of weapons you can choose from, which is kind of nice. Which just reminds me of the Punisher. And then they were going down there and hurry up. He says, "I'll take care." They're grabbing all that weapons and stuff. Meanwhile, the doctor was driving down there, and then all of a sudden, the guy with the spear stopped her in the tracks and grabbing her and says, "Sorry, we have to have it so rough, Doctor Michelnack." Yeah, that's right. That's the doctor from the label. And then D is going to talk to her about the discovery of this device. I mean, this that nuclear weapon they got. So they was asking some other questions, and then so they decided to give her a cigarette. And then she just starts to smoke. Then she just starts to talk things about it, and then she says this, that the school enders are wanderers there if they are rages against each other. And yours are completely stages aren't your type. If you were his woman, you must be. Oh, brother, you should not how it is, huh? Now they hide on. Meanwhile, Makoto is hiding underneath these places, and then this woman with a mask on came here to attack her, and then she reveals herself, and it was Chiase Yugi was behind all this. And then these boys was touching her and licked her, and like, ugh. That's one of my favorite parts as well. Now, actually, I think I'll pass. And then the flashbang starts. Yeah, that's right, the flashbang. Then she went hiding. Until then, she went hiding. Then the guys will come here as soon as possible to save her. And then she just looks and like that. Let's get these parts. Then have huge fight. Then meanwhile, the guys with the motorcycle and her, the black labels, decide to find her, to rescue her. And then all of a sudden they would cross over this huge gunpoint. And all this. At the police station and all this stuff. Now we're going to skip all these parts because it starts to get motions. Then she decides to throw a rock and like that. Boom, like that for this. Then she hatched a plan to use a machine gun, and she planned it says like this: 3, 2, 1, and then like that, start shooting out to throw that flash gun. Then all this is right down there, and all that. Then went to a huge factory, and then went to hiding. Then what the sounds came from. She says this, and she said, Nicole says this: I knew marches are watching for us. The pulses is the one still, and the one so still new. And that's is the useless of those is 3 of yous can shows what they were made. But once we were come together. Then meanwhile, they was trying to do something like that after that. Trying to find a rescue. Meanwhile, they're having this huge meeting about what their plans are going to do. If they're going to talk to her about this project. And then all of this talking. Then all of a sudden, she got this huge boot. And it says, it's a dream. And then she decided to lay down and fall consciousness. Folder is on. Folder is as an oral. We were carefully emerged with this emerges mystery sniper. Our motorcycles being shot and were being up here. Then she was sharpening her knives, and then all of a sudden they was talking things about this the business they carry out to solve them, to go inside the mansion and kill her. But this is impossible. That's the enemy's target is. Then there was this huge machine. They decided to throw out something that's distract them, and they shoot an out assassin, and then all of a sudden they shoot out, and they find out it was a machine. It was ridiculous racist surgery to be a human. And then they was just talking things about it. Then this huge explosion, and behind the machine was her. Yeah, that's right, her. It's me. I got it, Rico. Those goons are bikes left over tracked. And then she decided to go down there and also. So the motorcycle still goes on, and she was talking things about it. Yes, and I swear I will find her. And then they were going to find Makoto Milana, which means. Meanwhile, she was hashing some plans about this huge cameras to find this motorcycle. Meanwhile, she was going to make some huge deals about this huge Yakuza. And this is my funniest part. What a comfortable seat. The seat is a big rig. And all these people are like angry at her and says a lot of things about it. They're just going to have some huge deal about this drug coming on. All this, they grab her and then they said this, that. They're going to beat the crap out of her. You'll possibly regret into no time. And then these two hunters are going to kill those guys. And then after that, meanwhile, D is going to take the doctor to this huge nuclear chemical warfare and all this. And a huge ass warning. Then they discovered that there was this huge thing in this machine. I mean, this thing here, which was a trap. And then this girl saved her life. That's right. She saved the doctor's life from the D. And it was empty. It's a trap. I knew it. And then meanwhile, they found Hana Makoto. And then they're going to hunt her down no matter what. And then the motorcycle came and saved her. Yeah, that's right. They came to save her and killing some. Then this D guy used this Desert Eagle to shoot him on the face. And this is what happens like that. Damn. Then he says this, we were taking out of the black labels rats first. Right here, right now. Damn. And then this Mr. Torso with a huge spear to her. It was so epic. I really love this book so much. Then all this fighting, all this had this huge thing, is a huge fight going on. And then this breaking to the bullet right here, which is one of my favorites. And this is one of my favorites as well. And then he decided to kill them. I hate kids. This is most of the favorite books of all time. It's just one of my favorites. And I do really love this book. If you guys really love this book, make sure to subscribe to my channel of YouTube channel / Steven Johnson channel. I mean, the Superanimeturbo channel. And this is the Superanimeturbo channel. And peace. And I also, next week, I'll be taking a break of making videos. And I hope you guys will enjoy this review. This is Steve Johnson, and I'm signing out in peace. And make sure you subscribe to my channel of Superanimeturbo channel on YouTube.